Late today, President Biden addressed this new Omicron variant while on vacation in Nantucket. He says the travel ban is out of an abundance of caution while officials learn more about this particular variant, and he reiterated that vaccination is the only path forward.
But we don't know a lot about the variant except that it is a great concern. It seems to spread rapidly, and I spent about a half hour this morning with my COVID team led by Dr. Fauci, and so that was the decision we made.
So what's going to affect on Monday, but why not do it now, like other countries have done?
Well, because that was a recommendation coming from my medical team.
What do you say to questions about whether bans create an incentive for countries not to come forward with new variants? If you're penalized for doing
That's ridiculous. Because you can't hide the variants. It's not like someone could hide the fact that there's a new variant. People getting sick.
And there are going to be more variants. Let's bring in Dr. Timothy Quinn from Quinn Healthcare in Jackson, Mississippi. Doctor, always good to see you. What concerns you the most about this new variant right now?
Well, right now, there's a high level of suspicion, a high level of concern. It's been labeled a variant of concern, and that's because this variant is unlike a lot of the variants we've seen earlier. It has up to 30 mutations of that spike protein. And just to put it into perspective, that's over double the number of mutations of the spike protein of the deadly Delta variant. So this is very concerning, and what we have to do is just continue our high level of vigilance of watching this variant and putting in all the precautions possible to save as many lives as possible.
So when you talk about lots of mutations, which is what makes this variant different, what does that mean in terms of the vaccine and protection and also the contagiousness of this particular variant?
Well, that's what's being evaluated right now by the CDC, the World Health Organization, and all the other scientists all over the world. Basically, this spike protein, the part of the virus that has these 30 mutations, that's the part of the virus that attaches to cells and allows the virus to invade the cells. These 30 mutations are being preliminarily confirmed that this virus has an advantage, meaning it's more able to attach to cells, meaning that people have a higher chance of contracting coronavirus if they're around somebody with this specific variant. But also there's a question of if our vaccines are still as effective against this new mutation. But what's being announced is it's going to take at least 2 weeks for us to make that confirmation if our vaccines are still just as effective as they were against some of the earlier strains.
I know it's early, but what are you hearing in terms of this variant and the impact it's having on kids?
Well, right now, the reports are coming in, and it's showing that it's affecting a lot of younger people, especially in South Africa. These are individuals that are not senior citizens. These are young adults. I haven't seen any reports about children yet, but this is a very fluid scenario, this coronavirus pandemic. But one thing I want to add is the World Health Organization, I want to echo that we have to show social responsibility, meaning that in the United States, we have to look at more than just our country, but do everything we can to assist with vaccinating other nations, such as Africa, the continent, because what happens is when you have nations with low vaccination rates, there's more of an opportunity for people to contract coronavirus, and there's more of an opportunity for more mutant strains to come about, which makes them almost like breeding grounds. So we have to get everybody vaccinated, or at least as many people as possible going forward.
Yeah, some have been critical that wealthier nations have not been sharing enough of the vaccine, and that will lead to this mutation and others. There was another variant, though, Doctor, in South Africa late this summer. Why didn't that get the same type of global response we're seeing immediately with this one?
Well, we just, we've been in a Delta variant part of the pandemic, and we've seen what can happen if we're not hyper vigilant about putting these precautions, these travel restrictions, putting the information out there, and just acting very quickly. And from our experience, now we know that we cannot be hesitant. We have to be very aggressive, but also remember that those 30 mutations, this is something new. I mean, we haven't seen this many mutations of a successful strain so far. So there are a number of factors, but the take home is good that our scientific community is being so aggressive, and that way we can get a handle on it, or at least have a better chance of getting a handle on it, because we've seen what happens when we don't act quickly.
And it's an immediate response. I mean, Moderna already testing a new booster. We were hearing weeks before we may know how it will protect. What do you anticipate?
Well, right now, you know, we're looking at everything. The good news is in the United States, we're making it so everybody can get the booster. We can mix and match boosters, meaning that if you got the Pfizer, you can now get the Moderna, which makes it more accessible. If you go somewhere now, you can just get whatever booster they have on hand. But the take home is we just have to stay vigilant, stay aware, and in the scientific community, we have to just continue to stay aggressive, because the main thing with these coronavirus virulence is we have to get a handle on it, and that's our best defense.
Stay the course, keep doing all the things that many of us have been doing. Dr. Timothy Quinn from Quinn Healthcare in Jackson. Good to see you as always. Thanks for your insight.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.